What's going on, people? Hope you guys are having a good day. You probably see the title of this video already, so I want to share, my experience of the past couple of days, which has honestly been pretty rough. Going through some relapse of my mental health, if you will. When we do go through, difficult times, we tend to go back to things that give us comfort. And obviously, for me, if you know me, one of them is music. Yeah, today and the past couple of days, I've really just been absolutely rinsing the fuck out of one of my favorite, if not my favorite, albums ever created, which is, I'm going to try and say the full name here, but it's Masked Dancers Concerning So Many Things That You Forget Where You Are by Brave Little Abacus, which, if you haven't listened to it, I would highly recommend it, especially if you're in the mindset of yearning, of trying to cope with accepting the flow of time. If you're trying to navigate how to move on, if you're trying to navigate the loss of your youth or trying to find your youth again, strongly recommend. It's one of the most, it's my favorite album of all time. But yeah, it is one of the most sort of visceral expressions of that. And, that's not really what I want to share once again. When I was listening to these songs, I had this extremely sort of visceral feeling of how much this album is a part of me as a human being. And with that comes the very strong desire as well to talk about it, to share about it in excessive detail about how much this music means to me. The minutiae of every single sound, every composition of each song, to the songwriting, to how it makes me feel, in this moment, how it feels like this really just embodies me as a person. And I think we do have that urge. I think human beings do inherently have that urge to sort of share the things that are important to us. And sort of making this video is my way of doing that now, is for me to share with you how much this album has really gotten me through some of the hardest times in my life. We should be proud of that. We should be proud of the fact that we find things beautiful. We should be proud of the fact that we all have these different things that mean so much to us. I've always had this internal dilemma about talking too much, and admittedly, I've fallen victim to, the whole culture of yapping and all of this, and thinking that talking about myself is an act of ego. As a result, I've always had this sort of reservation about talking too much, especially about these things that I care so deeply about. The fear that, someone, for instance, who hasn't heard this album before will have no idea what I'm talking about. And they won't really care for, all they'll be hearing is how much this means to me. But they've never actually heard of the song. They can never really relate to it. And so I always hold myself back from sort of talking about this kind of thing. But I think it's beautiful in its own right. And recently I found myself sort of asking my friends to do the same. If you know me in person, and you ever see me and you had a recent experience with something, a song, a movie, a TV show, an experience, a thought, a friend, all of these different things. If it's so beautiful to you, please share it. Please share it in as much detail as you can. I think that act in itself is incredibly beautiful, and I get so much strength from just hearing how much you care about something in your life. I don't know. I think we need to bring that back. I think we need to encourage other people to find this interest in someone's perception of things that they find beautiful. And I don't know, man, it's incredible. I had a conversation with one of my friends the other day about what her friendship with someone else sort of meant to her. And I don't know this person. I don't know. I didn't live through these years of friendship in the same way that she did. But hearing it just gave me this sort of, I don't know, I hate using the word sonder, but it really is. And it reinforces the fact that we all find something beautiful, and we all have this sort of shared connection of meaning, regardless of what the meaning derives from. I don't know if that makes sense. Sometimes we might feel like we have nothing, but other people have something. And I think, it's beautiful that we can find sort of solace in that as well. And I found that, you know, on very dark days where you feel like you've been stripped away of your humanity, the only thing that gets you through it isn't really about someone giving you reassurance or telling you that everything's going to be okay. But I found another thing that gives me so much more comfort is simply just hearing someone talk about someone or something that they love in a lot of detail. Yeah, I don't know. I think recommendations are beautiful. I think recommendations are a way to get to know someone better. And we always get tied up in this mindset of like, I don't know, I catch myself doing this all the time, and I don't know if you do as well. But when someone, you know, recommends an album to you or recommends a movie or a show or something, we always seem to have this reservation of, you know, will I enjoy it? We have this doubt, or we have this sort of inherent expectation because we didn't find it ourselves, because it was offered to us by other people. But it's important to know that that recommendation is their form of connecting with you, or it's their form of opening up to you. In the same way, if I'm telling you to listen to this album, I am putting a part of myself out for you to experience, and for you to make your own meaning out of it. I think the moral of the story is that we should all make an effort to find more solace in other people's perception of things. We should perceive media, we should perceive fucking everything, to be honest. Perceive this entire world from the way that other people see it and other people find beauty of it. And that's how we connect with people. That's how we, you know, come together as a people. You know, how else are you going to connect with each other if you don't really sort of try to understand each other's perspectives of the world? And so please, 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 if you see this and you know me, or if you don't know me, I don't fucking know. Leave it in the comment section, DM me, text me, call me, I don't give a fuck. But if you do have sort of anything that has meant anything to you in the past week, in the past year, in your entire lifetime, please share it to me. You can send me a 20-minute voice note of how this one particular song has changed your perspective on life. I will read and listen to every single thing because it gives me so much strength. And I think we all need to learn to find strength in that sort of connection. I hope you guys have a good day. The song of the day is going to be from this album. Actually, yeah, fuck that. There's no song of the day. The whole album is the song of the day. Please listen to Mass Dancers by Brave Little Abacus. It will change your life, especially if you are going through some sort of transitional, liminal period of your life and you're trying to make sense of it all. It will help a lot. And I hope you find some parts of me in the album as well when you listen to it. Yeah, hope you guys have a good day. Remember to share your peace with the world. Goodbye.